I'm back with another video. I've tried to record this a couple of times downstairs, but my son was being very loud and rambunctious and lots of other things, and so I decided to just come up here and record alone for a few minutes. He's sitting in his high chair having a snack as I watch him on my baby monitor. So, guess we'll try and be somewhat quick, but it's a nice little break too. Anyways, so I am 36 weeks pregnant now, which means I'm officially 9 months pregnant and starting my 9th month, and I got 4 weeks to go. So that's super, super exciting. I am pretty much ready, just, doing minor organizing and cleaning, stuff like that. So, there's a few things to talk about today, one being the emergency ultrasound that I had to do last week, and also our maternity photo shoot we did last week, and then just some random stuff I'll talk about. So, first off, the emergency ultrasound. That was because my doctor was away that week, and that was one of the weeks where I was supposed to go and get checked out. So he referred me to a different doctor just for that one appointment, and so I went and saw this lady doctor. She was very nice, but she couldn't feel the head down there. So my doctor had already told me that he was head down, he could feel it, and all was well, so I wasn't really concerned about this at this point, but she couldn't feel it herself. And so she was worried that he flipped and he was now breech. And so I was like, oh my gosh. So she wanted me to go for this emergency ultrasound at the hospital. So we had to make our way to the hospital, register in, gown up, do all of that stuff, like just as if I was, going in there to give birth. Just for like a 2-second ultrasound. So she gets there finally. Meanwhile, I was kind of like worried. I'm like, oh my gosh, what if he's breech? How are they going to turn him? Is it going to hurt? How am I going to do it? What if he doesn't? Do I have to get a C-section? Like my mind starts racing because I'm starting to worry. So she finally gets there, and she first decides to check me vaginally, like with her hand, to feel everything down there. So she does that, and as soon as she put her hand in there, she was like, oh my gosh, his head is right there. Like, he's right there. And I was like, well, that's good. But, so she kind of quickly did the ultrasound just to check, and he was definitely head down. And the reason why she couldn't feel it is because he's like so low and tucked under my bone that, my pelvic bone, of course, that she couldn't feel it from the outside. And that was why she couldn't feel it and why she thought that he was breech. So it was kind of a big hassle for nothing, but at least we all know that now. And it's kind of reassuring because I know that he's really low. Maybe he'll come early. I don't know. But I'm most definitely ready for him to come if he is. Yeah. So that was that. It was kind of an interesting experience because it kind of felt as if we were going there to, like, have him. And so I was kind of like, oh my goodness, like, this is going to be actually happening soon. Like, we're going to be coming to this exact place, registering, going up to the, a maternity floor. Like, it's going to be really soon. So that was kind of like, oh my goodness, this is really happening kind of thing. So yeah. Anywho, so that was that. All is well. My doctor's back next week, thank goodness. So I don't have to see a different doctor. It'll just be my regular doctor who knows me properly. So yeah, all is well that way. So for the maternity photo shoot, that was a very interesting experience. It was a professional photographer who has his own studio, who has like different rooms for different props and different lightings and all this kind of stuff. And it was a crazy experience. I personally would have never done something like this if I hadn't had won this package that I won at the beginning of my pregnancy. I won this big photo shoot thing. So we got there. He like asked us what we brought for clothes. We had like 6 different outfits. It was just crazy. He had us changing and posing. He had like all these lights set up, and it was kind of like I definitely had to go out of my comfort zone. And I was also very self-conscious about this whole thing, because during this past week or two, I have developed like my face has started to get like a little bit puffy, like it's puffier than usual, and I got like this double chin going on here all of a sudden. It'll go away after I give birth, but it kind of like appeared right before the photo shoot, and I was kind of really upset about that because I was like, no. So, and then also I got my hair cut about a month and a half ago, and it didn't really turn out the way that I wanted it to. And so I was having a really hard time figuring out what I wanted to do with my hair, and I couldn't get into a hair appointment fast enough before the shoot, and it was just like, so I was feeling very self-conscious about the whole thing. I was feeling self-conscious about myself, and how I looked, and then you have someone, you know, taking pictures of you. So I definitely had to step out of my comfort zone. But that being all said, I am actually very, very, very impressed with a couple of the pictures that he let us see. Just the quality of them was amazing. Like, it's so much different than if you were to go outside and take pictures or just take pictures yourself or whatever. Like, this was a professional guy with professional lighting and like expensive stuff. So it was very amazing to see these couple of the pictures he let us see. So, I totally recommend doing that, like actually going to a studio and getting it done. Like, it was so much, like, the quality of the pictures were so much better. Um, so yeah, so on Saturday, we are going to go and see all of the pictures, um, and pick out the ones that we like, and we were hoping to actually, like, purchase the pictures and get printouts and all of that stuff, next Saturday, or like this upcoming Saturday, but our car is currently in the shop because something with the power steering isn't working, and so that's gonna like set us back a little bit of money, so we might not be able to get the pictures for another couple of weeks, which kind of sucks, but at least we can go and see them on Saturday. So yeah, I won't talk too much longer. This video is already at 8 minutes, so yeah, I'm not working anymore. I worked my last week of work, last week, and, so I'm just at home now, spending time with my son, puttering around, cleaning, getting things organized. I'm really enjoying it, just spending time with my son before, you know, it's not just me and him, there's another baby. So it's really nice, to take these last 4 weeks off just to like mentally, physically prepare for the baby's arrival and to, you know, just spend time together as a family before things change. I've been feeling very well now that I'm not working. I'm not as sore. So yeah, I've been feeling really good. And yeah, I mean, I get leg cramps. Of course, I get uncomfortable from time to time and stuff like that, but I'm feeling pretty well, and I'm just super pumped that we are in our last 4 weeks. I'm hoping that he comes early. I'm kind of hoping for like a 37, 38 week, you know, baby. My son came at 38 weeks and 6 days, so technically 39 weeks. So I'm kind of hoping that like he comes around then, because, you know, I'm like ready, I'm prepared, I'm like eager for this to be over and for him to be here. So yeah, I think that's all I'm going to talk about today, but I'll be back with another video shortly, and thank you all for listening to me. Bye guys.